Okay, welcome back to this tutorial on how to cut a vox pop video in Adobe Premiere Pro. This is the second part of the tutorial where I'm going to explain how to make some graphics, some text graphics. So what you need to do once you've reached this point of actually having the basic structure of your story cut is take the cursor and go up here to the top layout options and click on graphics. And then you're given a number of, default graphics that Adobe provides in Premiere Pro. For journalism purposes, a lot of them are not relevant to us, but some of them can be used. If you also know how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, you can go and find some free templates and download them and install them manually as well. So there's infinite options out there, but on the basics, Adobe gives you about 20 to work with. So I scrolled through and I thought that this modern title was probably good enough for this video. So what you do is once you selected something, grab it and just drag it over, and you want to put it above your already cut video. And it's going to come up as like a pink box. That pink box is the graphic, as you can see there, and it's now living on V2. V2 stands for Video 2. Our actual video is on V1, Video 1. It means that we're basically starting to use multiple video tracks or visual tracks to tell our story. We're actually also going to start using multiple audio tracks, the A tracks, once we start incorporating music as well. But that's what V and A stand for. So anyway, so we're on V2. With our pink box. Up here it says your title here, and the easiest way to actually edit that text is just to select it. It also says episode. I'm definitely not going to need episode in my vox pop video, so I'm just going to firstly select that and press delete and just get rid of it. And then on your title here I'm going to select that and actually start telling the story, which is why are people celebrating New Year's Day in the ocean? That is the question and the story, and what is about to be answered in the video. Now, once you've come up with your script, then you should start thinking about font choice, color choice, etc. I think that's very blue and kind of hard to read. So what you can do is you start to select your text, and over here we get all the different font options, a little like Word or Photoshop, and you can change the text, you can change the style, you can change the color, you can change the font size. You get a lot of customization here. Just for our purposes, I'm going to leave that font the way it is, even though I don't think it's a very nice font. But I am going to change the color because I think that's why it's difficult to read. So I'm going to select the first part of the text here and just change that color to white. And also change this color to white. And I'm going to keep New Year's Day as blue, just to give it a bit of highlighting. All right, so for our purposes, I'm happy with that. So I click away, and then I'm going to press play and just see how it looks on the overlay. Not too bad. I probably want the text to end about here in terms of timing, so I can get this pink box and just drag this back so it finishes there. And as you can see, the animation is automatic, so it kind of animates in and then animates out. Alright, so that's my opening shot. Let's have a closing shot. I want some text here as well. So exactly the same process. Up in graphics, I'm going to browse through and find something that's suitable for giving information. I think this one is fine, the simple broadcast caption. Drag it over, put it on top of your clip, zoom in, and again change the text. So what are they doing? do. Again, I can probably just make it a little more interesting in terms of color. Let's again just make the color of New Year's Day blue. I've selected New Year's Day. If I click on white on the color tab here, it's going to be very hard to get the exact same blue as in the first graphic. So the way you do that is go back to your first graphic. There's the blue I want. I select it. The blue, if I click on it, it actually has a code, a color code. I'm going to just copy that color code by pressing Command C and then going into my other graphic and again selecting New Year's Day, clicking on color and then just pasting that code in, and it's going to be exactly the same blue. So there we go, that looks a bit nicer. Again, this graphic should have its own separate animations, so I'm going to move that graphic to the start of the clip. I probably want it to start about there, so move it there. That works well. Okay, that's how you make graphics. Pretty easy. And yeah, depending on how long your video is, you could have a number of graphics. So that's graphics, and I'll come back in the next video to talk about audio.